time to blast off. Coming up next is Flight of the Navigator. Then you're off to Camp Wasiata. Stay tuned for the new Disney original series Bug Juice, our summer at camp, right here on Disney. Leonardo, wherefore art thou, DiCaprio? With the Seavers?
God, I love those guys.
Believe it or not, long before he was breaking hearts in Romeo and Juliet and Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio was breaking in on growing pains. Of course, after only a couple of weeks, it was growing painfully obvious that he was having growing pains of his own.
Excuse me?
Movie star Leonardo DiCaprio. You'll be able to say you knew him when. When? Every night on Growing Pains for the next week starting today at 5:30, 4:30 Central on Disney. Tomorrow on an all-new episode of Bug Juice, our summer at camp.
You think the social's gonna be good tonight?
The campers at Wasiata get ready for a special night out.
The social is like a dancing mania. It's like a club.
And the girls start the celebration early with an ice cream feast.
I just made one a great big sundae.
But there are a few surprises in store when everyone meets up later.
Like a million people have gone up to me and asked me, oh, are you going out with Jason?
She makes me feel happy, but I don't know how I make Allison feel.
Don't miss an all-new episode of Bug Juice, our summer at camp, tomorrow at 5, 4 Central on Disney. Sunday night's Magical World of Disney becomes Disney's Magical World of Animals. And one such animal is so rare it can only be seen on Disney. We're talking about a mammal known as a Jeff Corwin.
Its scientific name is Ambystoma tigrinum.
This Corwin creature habitats a Disney Channel environment called Going Wild with Jeff Corwin. Every week he goes wild into the wild, seeking to find and understand other animals.
There's something right there moving around.
Join an actual Jeff Corwin on his daring journeys tomorrow at 7, 6 Central on Disney. Monday on Magical World of Disney. It's a couple of movies about big checks.
Bring them on, we're ready!
This kind brings you lots of cash. Another kind of check brings you lots of bash. As in the Bash Brothers.
Cool.
Both types can be very rewarding.
Yes.
But whether it's checks for bucks or checks for pucks, better watch your balance.
Where's my money?
It's an evening of movies with your name written all over it.
Got a pen?
Cash in with D2 the Mighty Ducks and Blank Check.
Lucky dog.
Monday on Disney. Movies at 7, 6 Central. Weekend afternoon movies are Disney Distractions. Next. Disney Distractions opens its files in search of flying saucers.
Wow.
They're real. You can fly them.
It's not real hard to fly this thing.
But always check your vectors.
I don't have any vectors.
Disney Distractions will navigate you to our top secret destination, Disney.
How did we get here?
You turn on to Disney. Now tune in to Flight of the Navigator. Coming up next on Disney Distractions. And file this case closed. Don't go away. Flight of the Navigator will be right back. Sunday nights, it's Disney's Magical World of Animals. And we mean animals, like the kind in Going Wild with Jeff Corwin.
This is a flat-neck chameleon. This is a prairie rattlesnake. This is a roadrunner. A wolverine. Baby elephant. Soft-shell turtle. This is a coconut.
Oops, how'd that get in there? Anyway, then ask Macumba anything else you ever wanted to know about animals in Umbo Macumba.
What's the most poisonous animal in the world?
What is the largest animal that's ever lived?
What time does all this start? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. 6 Central on Disney. Want to check out Disney Channel online? It's easy. Just go to www.disney.com. See Mickey in the Kids Square? Click there to get to the next screen where you'll hit the Disney Channel panel and voila, you're in. Now you know how to check out all the cool stuff happening on our website. Weekend time is big time on Disney. Time for one big happy family.
Total chaos!
With lots of moms and dads.
Ow!
Yeah. Sisters and brothers. Sisters and sisters.
Go on.
Friends and neighbors, too. And like any good family, they all watch each other and each other's shows. Yep.
Oh, the excitement's just begun.
Not to mention all the big-time movies on Disney Distractions.
I can hardly wait.
What? Plus the big new original Disney series Bug Juice, our summer at camp.
What am I supposed to do now?
Join the big-time family.
You are being a wacko, and you can quote me on that.
Big-time weekend starting at 1 p.m. 12 Central on Disney.
Yes!
Tuesday on Magical World of Disney. These two movies are going to show you that all dogs are different. Some dogs can brave harsh elements and drag a sled through icy terrain. Others like to spin around really fast in a circle. Some dogs can avoid perilous danger to get their team home safely. Other dogs like to scare themselves in the mirror. Disney's going to show you all dogs are different in Balto and Scooby-Doo in the Ghoul School. Tuesday on Magical World of Disney. Movies at 7, 6 Central. And now back to Flight of the Navigator, right here on Disney. Don't go away. Flight of the Navigator will be right back. Leonardo, wherefore art thou, DiCaprio? With the Seavers?
God, I love those guys.
Believe it or not, long before he was breaking hearts in Romeo and Juliet and Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio was breaking in on Growing Pains. Of course, after only a couple of weeks, it was growing painfully obvious that he was having growing pains of his own.
Excuse me.
Movie star Leonardo DiCaprio. You'll be able to say you knew him when. When? Every night on Growing Pains for the next week starting today at 5:30, 4:30 Central on Disney. Today, Disney's giving you a totally real look at an actual summer camp with a new and original series, Bug Juice, Our Summer at Camp.
Bug Juice is a real live story about kids, how they are, what they do, and how they live at camp.
Share the friendships and challenges of 18 real kids from the day they arrive at camp to the very last campfire. It's Bug Juice, Our Summer at Camp. Today at 5, 4 Central on Disney.
I'm Jeff Corwin, and I'm host of Going Wild. Well, I've got a really neat family. My mom is a nurse, my dad's a Boston police officer, and I've got 2 sisters. When I was growing up, we sort of took in a lot of the animals that people didn't want. We all sort of took part in rearing them up and releasing them. It didn't matter what type it was. It could be a turtle, a snake, or, a baby falcon. If it needed help, it was probably in our house. My family's always been very supportive of what I've done, and they're sort of supportive of everybody in the family. They're the first ones there for you.
Weekend afternoon movies are Disney distractions, and tomorrow,
Abracadabra.
2 heads are better than 1.
Oh, yeah, right.
Does that mean that 4 heads are better than 2?
I'm open to the idea.
Or 8 heads are better than 4? Or 16?
Do you drink a lot of coffee? I like the way you think.
2 Olsons for the price of 1 in Double Double, Toil and Trouble.
This guy needs to get out more.
Tomorrow at 3:20, 2:20 Central
I can hardly wait.
on Disney. And now back to Flight of the Navigator, right here on Disney.